The hardest part of my health journey wasn't the scales or the food noise. It was doing it alone. That's why I created The Next Chapter. A private group full of encouragement, connection and honest conversations with women just like yourself. If you'd like to have a chat about it, click the link in the show notes and come and join us.
None of this conversation should be taken as medical advice for you. Before starting or changing any medical or wellness treatment, always consult your GP and medical care team.
That always seems to be the time. It's when you get that little drop there. Yeah,
It's a bit of a bop, isn't it? I like it.
Isn't it a bit of a bop? Yeah, it is. It's kind of.
I like it.
I could imagine like getting a wee handbag, you know, around the middle of the floor, going for a wee dance around that. Yeah.
We should do it. We should do it someday. Let's just set up our own, the Jones Disco.
I love
Jones
that.
Disco. See, come to me for all the ideas, lads.
Up there for thinking, down there for dancing.
I think my lights behind me might have some kind of flickering thing that would get on.
Get
we
us
need a glitter
going.
ball.
Yeah.
We need a glitter ball.
The glitter
Lorna,
ball, yeah.
I can't believe you're here. We are so excited. So excited. And when people-
No. I'm excited.
Yeah.
No, I'm more
Belinda,
excited. And when people find out you're going to be on, it's just going to be amazing. They're going to love it.
Belinda, I can't believe you're here.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm here either.
Like,
Actually, Belinda was actually last to arrive on this. Like, the voice of one professional. Like, God, you actually left me waiting
like
3 minutes. Like,
you're talking
Lorna,
like that's new. It's
you
not.
just cannot get the staff. Like, you
no,
can't.
you can't actually.
It's all right.
It's actually shocking. Like,
I'm going to dock it off for a clock and in card.
you actually should. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, Belinda, you're actually off this podcast. Good luck. Yeah.
Mute.
Yeah, I did start doing that in season 2. I kind of discovered that I could mute Belinda remotely, and I was like, "This is the best thing ever." Just like shut her up, like, yeah.
I know. See, now I'm feeling lousy now for Belinda. No.
No, don't do that.
don't.
Lorna, do you know that when this goes on Spotify, it's going to be video as well?
Oh
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Is that why you're looking so lovely?
No, actually, Belinda, I actually just woke up like this.
Belinda, did you? I was going to say,
Said she
Belinda,
caked and makeup.
Belinda, did you forget this is going on?
Yeah. Not as much as you did, obviously.
Oh, no.
Burn.
Wow.
Love it.
Wow.
I have no makeup
Okay.
on. It's terrible.
No, I did right. You're right. I'll join you there.
Let me just start off by
I'm
saying
plastered.
something, though.
I'm plastered. In makeup, not that.
I'm a bit jealous there.
Lorna, I couldn't. I was flicking through Instagram yesterday, and I couldn't believe your before and your after reel that you did. It was just amazing, and I think you can probably relate to this as well, because when I put up anything like that people always say to me, "I don't ever remember you being that size."
Do you know what? I don't remember it myself. Genuinely,
No.
and I said this in the caption. I was like, I actually think I had like backwards body dysmorphia. Genuinely, because I did not realise. Obviously, when you're, horsing through the Doritos and everything, you're kind of going like, oh, probably shouldn't move it on the lips and all that. But like, genuinely did not. And it's when you see photographs and you go,
oh my gosh,
Jesus, is that me? Like that photograph. I came across that photograph just fluke yesterday, and I was like, Jesus, the 33 chins. Like, I was like, God Almighty. I just genuinely didn't realise it. Like,
compared to the photograph with Gail's rails, like that was a stunning photo shoot. Absolutely stunning.
would just stop the absolute notions of me, like, and how that came about.
Why not? Like,
oh my God, I was shitting it going in. I'd never done anything like that. I was shitting a brick going in. And when I walked in first, they were kind of they were taking pictures of Gail and all, and it's a real proper like photo shoot studio, right? So I walked in, I'm like, oh, are you meant to talk or what are you supposed to do? So for a while I was like, quiet as a mouse, but
maybe a little bit of
so
imposter syndrome as well, I'd say.
100%.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Gail has a way about her, and I'm telling you now, there's no shitology or anything like that. No one thought like, oh, look at me, I'm a model kind of crap. It was so much fun. Genuinely, now there was music in the background. It was like mess around with it. It was such a laugh. Like, it really was. It was so good.
I love that we're 5 minutes in and we still haven't said who our guest actually is.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. We're just chatting away like.
So we are literally 5 minutes in.
Yeah, literally. So I'm going to read a snippet from that post and then we'll do an introduction, okay? So just a little bit of what you put up yesterday. So weight loss is a very personal journey. For me, I believe I had backwards body dysmorphia because I generally did not see the weight creeping up. I had a rough few years and things happened that I'm still dealing with today, and my go-to was always food. For comfort, for stress relief, for the fleeting feeling of joy, you reach a stage where you genuinely believe that you're just meant to be big, that you can't do it. And then I'm going to fast forward. People will always have an opinion on what you're doing. Block it out. Do what you want. It's your life. Yes. Yes, I like relate to so much of that. So I do. Like, it's just, really, 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 I think summed up both in the initial paragraph and then like your last line there. But Lorna, what I used to say to people in the last season when we'd guest on is, what's your elevator pitch about who you are and what you do?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm just a tit with a phone. Honest to God. I don't know. Come here, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. I haven't a fucking clue, right? But at the moment, hi, my name is Lorna. I'm 23 and a half. I'm from Cork. I'm a mammy. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Hashtag be kind.
Hashtag be kind, live, laugh, love. But when I started Instagram, it was pure fluke, like. And the joke is I actually think tonight I have a video going up. It was my very, very first video that I ever put on social media. And it was a Slimming World video, right? And it was so funny how this happened because obviously, right, I've done... Oh, come here. We could list out all the diets under the sun now that we've done, right? But, everyone went through their stage of going into Slimming World. So I was off on holidays for myself for the week and enjoyed my holidays, like, it all around me and all. So I thought, when I was going back into the meeting, the Slimming World meeting, I was like, say no, I'd be up about 2.5 pounds, whatever, like. So you're going up anyway in the queue and stood on the scales and your one goes, you're not 8 pounds. I was like, excuse me? She's like, 8 pounds. And there's people in the queue behind you and I'm like, no, sorry there, now I'll just take off my jumper now and everything else. I'm like, no, that can't be right. Taking the bobble off the wrist and everything. And stood on the scales again. She was like, 8 pounds. She goes, and I was like, oh, I was actually on holidays. That's probably water, like. And she was like, did you enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy yourself? And I was like, well, fucking clearly I did, like. And then I'm up 8 pounds, like.
8 pounds
and then I did
enjoyment.
the worst thing ever, right? Then I decided, I'll try and stay for the meeting. Why I stayed for the meeting, I don't know, because, they go around the class.
Yeah.
And when they're going around the class,
of course.
Right, everyone is sitting there sucking on their frozen grapes because, it tastes just like sweets. It doesn't.
Only if you sprinkle the sugar-free jelly on it.
Yeah, but just stop. Yeah, right. So you're sitting there and then it's like, Joan lost 2 pounds. They get to me then, I'm like, mortified. Mortified. Yeah. But I did. And how that video came about then, I went home and I was off that day, so I was home by myself. I've never done a video or anything like that. And I think it was it Snapchat, right? Personally, I think I'm far too old now for Snapchat, right? Yeah. But Snapchat was there, so I put up a thing and I just put on a stupid Cork accent and told a story about how I went to Slimming World and I was up 8 pounds, blah, blah, blah. That video just went bananas. It got millions of views. I think I'd imagine it was shared in like Slimming World groups and stuff. And that's how then it started. It was just like the name I picked, lorzylovey. Don't ask me why I picked that, right? Because my name is Lorna. Now, some people call me Lors or something like that. So, and lovey, then it's just because, well, probably everywhere in Ireland, people go, hiya, lovey, how are you, lovey? And it's the worst name I could have picked because people love my mouth smart and they go, are you lovely lolly? I am, yeah, disgraced, right? You're like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, that video went viral and that kind of started it then. And I just started, it started more kind of as like a comedy thing. It was never a weight loss page or anything like that. It was a pure messer's page because it's not my job or anything. Do you know what I mean?
So that's literally how you started on social media then, was through comedy. And did you always have kind of a grow for comedy?
Do you know, I suppose I did, but I didn't realise it. Like, I suppose when I was younger, I was actually extremely shy. Like, that's the thing. Extremely shy in school and everything now. I had total social anxiety and everything else. But I was still a bit of a messer. Do you know what I mean? I was a messer with my friends and stuff like that, but never thought I'd be kind of, putting yourself on the internet. If you said to me when I was 15, 16, you'd be doing that, I'd be like, no way.
No, yeah. And what about your age then? What age were you when you started that? When you started on Instagram? How many years ago was it?
Well, I tell you, I'm 23 and a half now, so I suppose I was... I suppose I was 15. No, this was like I'm 42. Don't tell anyone, right? I'd say I'm on social media now about 7 years. I'd say about 7 years. Yeah, but like.
And what's your following at now on Instagram?
50 something thousand now on Instagram. Wow. Yeah, no. And I still remember the days of when you were trying to get to 10,000, because remember you couldn't go live until you got to 10,000, or there was some benefit of getting to 10,000 anyway. So it was always a big thing to get to 10,000. But I think with it as well, if it's your job, fair enough, you have to be on it every day. But like, I was never consistent. I was never one for coming on every day, posting every day. I did it kind of whenever I felt like it. But like, I've never done kind of, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I've never done sponsored posts or paid for, for your stuff to be pushed out. One, because I'm too much of a tight arse to pay for it. Like no, feck that. Like, but it took off organically. Like, so I will say I got a big boost when I came up and said that I was going on Monjaro. I did get a big boost then. I think I went from, I'd say I was at 40, maybe 40 odd thousand. So I got a good boost from Monjaro.
What about TikTok then? What's your following like on TikTok?
TikTok, I think I have 20 odd thousand. But to be honest with you, I think TikTok is unhinged. Absolutely unhinged.
It's wild, Lorna.
It's mad. Wild. Instagram is my safe, happy little place. I don't really get any shite or anything on Instagram.
Paddy's the opposite.
Are you? Yeah.
So it's interesting, like a couple of things there. So I didn't realise about your first video being Slimming World. So like back in the day, like I would have started like say social media back in like 2010, 2011, sometime around then. And I was kind of just sharing like fitness stuff mostly. And when I started regaining weight for the like 910th time, I think it was, I did a sketch about Patricia going to weigh in at Slimming World.
Stop.
Yes, and Patricia was my alter ego for these videos, Patricia and Mary, and it was that Patricia was the one that was always like, how are you doing, Mary? I'm going to Slimming Club tonight now. I had a bit of a Chinese, but I had a Senecot and that should balance everything out. Yeah, this kind of stuff. And then, so she was never losing weight, but then her friend Mary was always like the star girl, like in the class. So this was, we only ever heard one side.
Slimmer of the week, yeah.
I had one of those videos that just went like, I was like, what is happening? That like, I'd meet random people like, oh my God, I've seen your video. Like, I remember being in work one day and some of the people in manager were like, Paddy, my aunt showed me a video of you doing something about Slimming World. And I was like, oh, holy mother of God. So I did a few bits and pieces around that, and similar, that got a good kind of traction at the point, but or at that time. But these days, you started
with YouTube though, didn't you? Originally.
So originally it was Snapchat as well. Like Snapchat was the big thing that us young cool people were using back in like the 2010s. God, clinging on to our youth like plastered in oil of Ola. But yeah, so Snapchat, and then I used to never do videos at all, and like some people are like, oh, you should do some videos. Even on Instagram, I would never talk on videos or anything whatsoever. It was always just like posts up or whatever. And then some people are like, oh, I'll do some videos. So I started doing a few of them. And then, so this time around, like I wasn't even sure, like when I started on kind of Manjaro, if I was going to talk about it, what I was going to do. I had kind of made a decision earlier last year that the other Instagram page I have, which had been kind of fitness, weight loss over the years, that I wasn't going to talk anything more about weight loss on that. And then lo and behold, for like 2-3 months later, I kind of discovered kind of Manjaro and kind of started that journey. And then I said, oh, well, I'll kind of go TikTok for this. and TikTok just kind of took off a bit kind of for me for that. I think particularly at that time as well, there wasn't really many people in Ireland talking about kind of that side of things.
Yeah.
And because they'd only been out in the UK for a couple of months, and then particularly men, regardless of where it was, there wasn't that men bar from the US kind of talking about things. So it was crazy. Like, it's still crazy, but back then it was even more crazy. Like the amount of DMs, people asking things and wanting information and stuff like that. And as Belinda knows, like, I used to try and sit down to every single DM trying to reply to it, and it was just like,
you can't.
Like, hours every day. And like, again, I work like other jobs and stuff. Like, this is purely just a little, you know, few minutes in the evening type thing. But yeah, TikTok for me is definitely where I'd say I get the more fleeting interactions. Instagram is the one that probably is a bit more thoughtful interactions, if that makes any sense.
100%,
but definitely agree with TikTok being a bit more unhinged. It's
like, I don't like with TikTok, I don't like, to be fair, I don't get a whole lot of negative comments or now whatever, if people are talking, you know, outside of my pages, whatever.
Yeah.
And I never really got it on TikTok. I got one argument on TikTok, right? And you laugh now about this. I put up a video about Beyonce, right? It was a stupid, funny thing about Beyonce. And this one got so hot at me, and it was like, you could never be as good as Bey, and all. I was like, I don't want to be fucking as good as Bey, like. And I swear, I started getting pissed with her back, and I was like, she could be a 15-year-old now in America somewhere, like. And then I was like, do you know, on Instagram, like, I just feel Instagram is kind of
mature. People
that have their shit together a bit, like, you know, maybe slightly older. But TikTok is just, and my algorithm must be off this, like, the shite that pops up on my TikTok page, and I can't. I'm sorry now, I cannot deal with, oh my God, guys, TikTok. It is driving me insane. Like, I actually stay off TikTok now for that. It drives me insane.
I'm a big fan of like QVC. Like, I was
just going to compare it to QVC.
Yeah, I love QVC, but I can't hack. I haven't watched QVC in ages. Today's special.
You used to love it.
Sorry. Pay attention, Paddy. But no, the TikTok shop thing, because I've seen too many people whereby say they started on TikTok with like whatever their thing was, whether it was humour or whether it was weight loss or whether it was what random dances or whatever, and now they've just completely all gone. Every video is like selling something. I'm like, jeez, this
they've ruined it.
It is.
Like, I'm all for people making a living out of it and making money and stuff, but I think you have to kind of balance. Like, if I went on now, say my where I started was funny videos, right? So if I just stopped that and did constantly like, well, look at this new hair curler, I'm just going to show you this hair curler. And I'd say the hair curler is pure shit now, right? Because every second person has it up, and the hair curler is only about $19.99. So I'm like,
really?
That's not bullshit, but like. It's just, I think there's people that I really liked on it, and now their content is just totally selling,
stuff,
which is fine. Because I know people are trying to, come here, if I could make a living off this, I probably would as well. But I'd try and balance it out.
I was going to say, you probably wouldn't want to, though, would you? You wouldn't want to change your content to do that. I wouldn't. No way.
No, I wouldn't change my content to do that. Like, the way I do things now is that if someone wanted to work with you or whatever, they've obviously checked out your page and they know what you're about and stuff. So
you'll only get,
I wouldn't go chasing or, like trying to be signing up to TikTok shop and all this, because it wouldn't be me. And I don't think I could actually put on the, hey guys,
fake.
Look at this.
Do
you know what I mean?
But the thing is, Lorna, we wouldn't have the time anyway. We just literally wouldn't have the time for that, you know?
Yeah.
Paddy would, obviously. Sure, he does not say.
Me, I was going to say, my feed is like 90% cats. So
really?
Oh my God! Like, I'm just there obsessed with like cats, like cats.
At least
talking.
you didn't say
cats.
pussies.
No,
she would have to be so inappropriate.
Oh, bringing
it down. Like,
somebody had to.
Wow. Bar my own little one, that's the only one of expertise that I have. But I'd love to bring back. So, Lorna, if we think about, you mentioned there like Slimming World and stuff like that. What was that kind of time like how, like, in terms of, was being, you mentioned that you maybe had backwards body dysmorphia, and then mentioned like, say, Slimming World and stuff like that. Can you remember any kind of particular point, or what was kind of the phase where you're like, oh geez, I'm going to try and do something like this? Or did you feel under pressure trying to do something with your weight? Or what kind of made you think about, oh, I'll go to Slimming World?
Do you know what? There was, I suppose, being honest, right, and as women, I suppose we're on a constant diet since you're in fucking secondary school, right? Because like girls are bitches, right? So it's just the way it is. I actually was quite skinny growing up, like as a child. Like they just call me bird legs because I had legs like 2 twigs, right? So now I'd be delighted if someone said that to me now, like. But I think when I just finished my leaving cert and I got a job at Ryanair, right? So I was a trolley dolly for a few years, right? So I had to move to Dublin by myself, right? At 19 is a big thing, right? So like this is one now I've never lived on my own. My mother does my washing. I've never had to kind of fend for myself. So we actually went to England first for 6 weeks and I met a couple of girls and we ended up getting a house together in Dublin and stuff. But it was such a shock to the system because genuinely I can't cook anyway. Nothing to do with me being young. Even to this day, I still can't cook, right? But trying to like learn how to like look after yourself, feed yourself, do your washing and stuff. And that's when I think we started kind of, we were all young, like, and we started just ordering takeaways to the house and stuff. So that's when I really noticed like the weight starting to go up.
Yeah.
But again, you don't see it. I never saw it. Then I suppose I met my husband then when I was 20. Didn't get married when I was 20, like, but sure, then you're in a long-term relationship, so you're looking fat and happy, like, you're like, oh, come on.
Someone's taking me now, sure, it's grand, I can relax.
Like, I don't have to try anymore, bling, bling. But you just get into a pattern where it's like, oh, Friday, Chinese takeaway, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're going to watch a movie tonight. Will we get a few treats? Like, and it was nearly every night that I was having a few treats and stuff. And then I'm always trying to diet, and I was always joining. Come here, I've been to Weight Watchers, I've been to Slimming World, I've done Atkins diet, fucking cabbage soup, the whole shebang, right? And what would happen with me is I could always lose about 1.5 stone, and I could never get past 1.5 stone. And so then when I lose 1.5 stone, I'd be like, sure, I'm unreal, like, I don't need to do that. And then you would see the photograph again, you're like,
I was the same. I only ever got as far as that with Slimming World.
Yeah, I could never, I don't know what it was, with any diet I did, I could never get past 1.5 stone. But so I did all that. I did Slimming World and everything, and nothing was working. And then I suppose the last few years, I know I've often said this, like even on my own Instagram and stuff, I think from 2020, when the arse fell out of the world and COVID happened, right? It seemed to be, well, for me personally, it seemed to be one thing after the other. For the whole fucking 5 years, it was just something all the time, and there was just stress, for all different reasons, right? And I think some people, like when they're stressed, some go for drink, some go for drugs. My drug was food, and it was. And you get to the point where you don't really care if you're putting on weight. You're just like, so this is it, this is how I'm supposed to be. I've tried to diet before and I can't do it, like, so you just kind of, you nearly accept that this is you now, but then it's you don't want to. I find then that I didn't want to go anywhere. If someone asked me now to go for the night or to go to a wedding, I would dread a wedding invitation, because you're like, oh my god,
so resignation really, I suppose.
Yeah, totally. You just kind of go grand, and then I've often had like over the years times where I'm like, fuck it, it's just easier to stay fat. Yeah. Because I just got so exhausted of constantly trying to count sins or points or calories or protein or like how many calories am I burning, and it was just like this constant, like people talk about burnout from work and from life and so on. For me it was almost like burnout from constant diet culture and mindset. And it was like, say last year I peaked at my heaviest weight ever, and I was aware that my weight was going up, but it wasn't, I don't know what put it in my mind, but maybe I was in that headspace of, fucking, maybe it's just easier to stay this way. Like,
that's the way I was as well. That's what I went through.
Like, I started looking at, though, but well, what's the impact if I stay like this? And then that's where I started looking at, okay, Jesus, I could lose 10 to 12 years of my life if I stay at this weight. Okay, no. And then I started thinking about, geez, do I want to die? Look, I know we could, whatever. But like, do I want to potentially, be shortening my life by 10 plus years potentially by giving up and by giving into this thing and by just accepting that this is my lot? And I was like, no, I can't just accept that I'm willing to like potentially be in my 60s or whatever and potentially just die one day from my weight.
So at that point then, did you go searching for something and found Mounjaro? And also Lorna, to you as well, when you had kind of gotten to that point of resignation? Was it then you thought to yourself, oh shit, I need to find something, or did you just come across it?
Yeah, like for me, I'd started looking at bariatric surgery, which I've mentioned before. That's what I thought was going to be my
Right.
fix. I thought that was going
Lorna?
to be the fix.
Yeah.
I'll tell you now, what happened with me was probably in 2023, I had an appointment made May 2023 for St. Vincent's Hospital in Dublin for bariatric surgery. I had the appointment made, and I had in my head, this is it now. This is last chance saloon. This is the only thing that's going to fix me. I need to be surgically not be able to eat and stuff, right? So, and I was doing it. I know, if you know me now, I'm a one, I wouldn't take a Panadol for you unless I had a limb hanging off. So, like, surgery was huge, like, for me. And as it came closer to it, I started kind of panicking, and I was like, Jesus, I don't know if I can do this, right? So what I did then, I put off the appointment, and I was saying, look, can I put it off 6 months? I just want to try something else, right? And what happened then is that I actually found a coach up in Dungarvan. Now, he was fantastic, absolutely brilliant. It was calorie counting. It worked. I lost 2.5 stone with it. It worked. It was great. And again, life kicked me up the arse again, right? So in like January 2024, we actually lost a baby, right? So we had, there was a whole cremation, everything. It was anyway, it was just a shit period of time, right? Absolute shit show. And that, I think, really, out of everything now that has gone on, that knocked me for 6. So I think whether it was like a depression or what, I don't know, but it was a real, something in my head went, I actually don't give a shit. Like, I'm just... I don't care. You piled on the weight. I don't care. I thought, like, oh my God, this is me now. I'm just meant to be the way I am. I gave up going to the coach in Dungarvan and all, and I just, the 2.5 stone I lost, piled it back on and more. So I got to the heaviest that I ever was. And then I started, I'm just trying to think now, how did I even hear about Mounjaro? I know, Paddy, I stalked you for a while on social media, and I was watching some of your videos, and I was going, geez, I don't know, will I fucking try this? Like, and you know, I don't know about you, right? But when I'm looking for like information and stuff, I always want to look for like relatable, realistic people. Do you know what I mean? Not someone who's trying to sell you this thing. Someone who's genuinely doing it themselves and giving you the bad with the good and what their experience is, right? So I was watching a few of your videos, Paddy, and I was like, God, I don't know, will I chance it? Like, and I went to my GP and I had a chat with my GP, and she's brilliant. She was just like, totally like, now I think it hadn't come out in Ireland yet, I think, when I started. But she had said to me that there's this new drug, Mounjaro. She was like, I'm happy to give you the prescription for it. She goes, or there was Saxenda or something as well.
Oh, yeah. And Ozempic.
But where did I fucking get it from? Wherever I got it, eventually I got it from my GP, and I was getting it from the Irish pharmacies, but then the Irish pharmacies were charging a small fucking fortune, right? So I ended up getting it from the north then. But I started on that very, low expectations, because you always have this thing in your head. It won't work
for me.
Oh, 100%.
It won't work for me.
It's going to be another fad.
They're not like me. It works for them. It won't work for me. So I had no expectations of this, right? But in the back of my head, I was thinking, will I fucking say it on Instagram or not, right? And then I was going, do you know what? I could not come on and say, if I lost a stone, and if someone said, I couldn't come on and be, oh yeah, I'm just having ice cubes for my tea and, cucumber sandwiches. I couldn't lie like that. And then I was going, why aren't people talking about it? There's still a taboo about it. So I said, fuck it. Just say, and literally, I took my first dose and I recorded a video while I was doing it. And from the first week I've been on Mounjaro, I posted on Instagram about it. From the first week I took it. And because I was like, you know what? I'm not pretending that I'm.
Because you couldn't not.
No, I really don't think there should be any shame about this. I really don't. And I've gotten to the stage in my life now. Something clicked to me when I turned 40, right? Where I am just, I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm doing this for me. If you don't like it, unfollow and feck off. Like, it's not my concern if you don't like what I'm doing.
Absolutely nothing to do with
that's the way I am now. Like, it's I'm doing what I want to do now.
Yeah, and when you just said, when you were thinking about doing it and then you done it and then you have the thought that, because I know we all have that thought, oh, it's not going to work for me. In your earlier days, did you ever feel like testing that? Did you ever, even though your appetite was suppressed? And Paddy, I don't know whether I asked you this before either, but did you ever feel like trying to test it and eat through it and see if you could eat through the suppression? Do you know, that kind of way? Have you ever tried that? I didn't
actually know, because it was the weirdest thing. When I took that, and I thought, the 2.5 dose probably wouldn't have any effect. I had an effect from day 3. I really did. And it wasn't a case that I lost 9 pounds the first week, which was great, right? But that's probably all water. But it wasn't about the weight loss. And I had said this from the start. Well, it was, if I'm being honest, right? It was about weight loss. But there's a lot of health issues in my family as well. And it was, I think the older I'm getting as well, I kind of go, fuck, you need to start looking after yourself as well now. But I noticed a huge reduction in the food noise, because I always had in my brain, I could just have my breakfast. I'd be like, well, I have my lunch now. Like, oh, well, I just get my lunch ready there now. Or if I was going to work with my lunch, I'd end up picking my lunch and driving in to work, and then you've no lunch, you're going, I'll just pick up a sandwich there. And that's what was happening,
Yeah.
But I had a drastic reduction in the food noise. And I thought food noise, I was like, that's a pure wanky term, that's made up. It absolutely is not. It just stopped. I wasn't thinking about food. I didn't want it. I didn't want the sweets in the evening that I've been having for 20 odd years. I just didn't want them. So it was...
Isn't it amazing,
I think it's praises. It's brilliant.
It is mad. I was speaking to a journalist probably 2 hours ago, just doing a bit about medication and the difference in the north and south and all this kind of stuff. And we were talking about food noise. I'd never heard the phrase food noise. Even, I think, when I was starting, there wasn't that many people using that particular phrase. But I'd say it was definitely during the summer of last year I started hearing people talk about it. And I was like, what's this food noise? And then when I heard people talk about it, I was like, oh God, yeah. But and then I was like, wait a minute. Are you telling me everyone doesn't have this?
Yes. Same.
I was like, everybody doesn't have this thing in their head, constantly talking about food. It just blew my mind. I was like, so this is what people are talking about. And then I'd ask some of my friends, say, that haven't had issues with their weight, and I'd be like, do you not think about food all day and think about the next meal, and if there's a bar in the fridge, or if there's this that is constantly in the back of your head? And they're like, nah, it doesn't cost me a thought. I'm like,
can you imagine?
Just unbelievable.
I know. It would give you kind of goosebumps, the way that little bit of medication can take all of that mental torture away like that in the space of 3 days. I'll never get over that. I don't think I'll ever be able to comprehend how much that part of it has changed my life, But getting back to that, Paddy, did you ever feel like you would test it, that you would eat through it, that anything like that?
So I've definitely at times, a small number of times, not where I'm like, oh, I want to test this, but say if we're out for a special family meal and that, say, I don't know, those mashed potatoes that have 5 pounds of Kerrygold in them are just so tasty. You're like, oh, just another little spoon. So there's been times like that where I'm like, I know I'm full, but this is just fucking so gorgeous. I want to, but I can't. You would get to the point, which I didn't have before, of just being so uncomfortable that it's not worth it, because I'm like, so this is what being over full is. So it's not worth doing. So it's not.
Yeah.
But I'd say I
can never remember being over full. I can never actually remember being full.
Full, yeah.
Yeah.
But
one issue that I have is, even now, and my head and my belly don't catch up with each other. If we go there now, we might say, oh, will we get a Chinese now tonight or something? Which there's no problem going away and getting your takeaway and stuff. But I put in my old order, and when it comes, I can't eat it, and then I'm like, fuck. Then I get odd, because I'm like, fuck's sake, I want it, but I can't eat it, and that's, I'm still struggling a little bit with that, where I'm like, oh, I put that away, no matter.
How far in are you now? How long are you on it?
I started in March, so March, April, May, June, July, I can't remember.
7 months.
Nearly 7 months, yeah. 7 months.
Yeah, you're still so early on.
Still so young.
Yeah, the best is still yet to come. And I'm so jealous of that. I put up a reel about it the other day. I'm just so jealous of everyone starting out, or that's just been on it a month or two or whatever, because my journey has been so fucking long, 3 years this month, so yeah. And I actually put a thing up on my Instagram recently as well, because someone had asked me, about, put up in your story there,
when you get to your target weight, what's your plan? What do you do? Are you going to go on a lower dose? Are you going to try and just go yourself? And honest to God, nobody knew. They were all like, oh God, please share if you get, because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm in maintenance now. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. Only because I spoke about this last week, that I'm exhausted from chasing the number, and I've lost 7 stone now, and I think that's probably where I'm going to stay at, or I can't seem to get past that. So I'm just gone. Well, I've halved my dose now, and I'm very, very much leaning on the habits that I have formed over the past 3 years, and the gym and Pilates and yoga and all of that, and I'm just living my life day to day exactly the same with half the dose. Now, I do feel my hunger. I was just thinking about this today, actually, to say on it.
I was just going to ask you that,
Yeah, I do feel my hunger coming up towards dinner time, which is natural, so that kind of little bit of natural hunger is coming on. But what I did today now to kind of stop that from happening was I added protein powder to my yogurt this morning for my protein bowl and fibre bowl, and that kind of pushed that out a little bit as well. So it's very much about tweaking and finding your rhythm that you can sustain. It's going to be completely different for every single person. Everybody. Yeah. There's no set anything to it,
I was very good there for a while, but I found, and I'll be honest with you, I found when I'm on 7.5 now again. I've had a bit of a juggle with this. I was on 7.5. It did absolutely nothing for me. I wasn't losing weight, whatever. Yet I went up to the 10, and it absolutely, I had no appetite, no want for food at all, right? Which is ridiculous. Like, you can't
sustain that.
Always stress this, you can't not eat. This isn't a great thing that's like, oh my God, you won't feel hunger. That's not the answer. You have to eat. You have to get your nutrients and all this, right? But like, I was so good up to then, and what happened then with that was I wasn't getting my protein, I wasn't getting my fibre, and I can feel it. I feel it. So now I played around, I tried to do 8.75, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm back now on 7.5, but what I'm doing now, 7.5, but I'm watching the protein, watching the fibre, and I actually feel a bit better now. So I'm not focused so much on how much weight are you losing this week. I'm focused on now, how do you feel this week? Are you getting a bit better now this week? Stay on this as long as you can. And with the bloody price increase as well, I'm like, stay on the lower doses as long as you can. People sometimes message me as if I'm a feckin' doctor, like, and and they nearly get odd then when you're like, I'm like, oh, come here, I can't answer that for you. Like, no, I can't recommend what you should be doing, how many, grams of protein you should be having. Like, I can't be telling you that. Go and get a nap like the rest of us. Like,
and that's why. That's what, like, now I've set up like the autoresponder thing, because it was just getting, as I say, for like the first 7-8 months, I was replying to every single person on every single platform in the message me, and it just became so. And then, like, I'd say there was a 2-week period where I was chatting to Belinda, like, I was like, Belinda, this isn't sustainable, but I feel really, really bad for not trying to get back to people and blah blah blah. And I just had to make the call that, like, this isn't sustainable in terms of trying to reply to everyone. There's enough content on different pages and stuff like that, and also Google, I'm not a doctor. You need to go and speak to whoever it is that you're with, like, or, there's specialists out there that can help if you do want to speak to a person, like, book in with one of them, or look at your health insurance, or just see what can help you. But it can be such a drain. And in fairness, most people were really sound, and they kind of get it, that, like, okay, get, like, it's maybe a lot to ask. But then equally, that is where I've seen some of the nastier side of, like, the social media thing coming out, where people can get a bit nasty, and they're like, oh, fuck you, like, you're not willing to help people. I'm like, oh, that's
really?
Yeah.
Oh, like, and I know Belinda had like, and again, we spoke with this multiple times, but, like, we've both been on the receiving end of some like fairly nasty stuff, both publicly and kind of in the DMs.
What?
Yeah. Wild.
Because like, I have no problem giving general advice, like, but I no way would I give medical, because I wouldn't winging it myself. Like I can't tell anyone what to do.
But
were you getting hate over that? Like,
but you have to think as well, Lorna, about the people that are actually looking to people like us for medical advice. Are you mental? What the I know nothing. Do you know? No. I literally know nothing. Like, I don't know. And
so you're, say, 7-ish months in, Lorna. What does, like, where you are now, like, have you in your head, like, in terms of a particular bit of clothes that you want to wear, like that'll be maintenance for you, or a particular weight, or a particular size, or a particular feeling, or what's that kind of headspace like?
Do you know what? I don't actually, and this might surprise you, I don't actually have like a set goal or anything like this. Yeah. When I started it, it was never to be a skinny mini or anything like this. It really was genuinely, and I know people might believe this, it genuinely was to try and one, snap myself out of the buzz I was in, to try and kind of feel as if I had a bit more energy, a bit of get up and go, because I didn't. I was just extremely sluggish. The second thing was that I wanted to try and even just start going for walks and stuff, which I was absolutely allergic to. I will say I'm still allergic to that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh,
no, but you're doing it though. You're doing it.
I'm doing it, but I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing it as much as I should, but I'm trying, right? And the biggest thing for me was health. Genuinely, now the biggest thing for me was health, right? Because, you know, sure, all through my 20s, I was a smoker when I was in my 20s. I gave that up, right? I'm off them now for a long time. But, like, there's other things as well. Like I have family members now with heart trouble and stuff like that. And all, you know, things that can be hereditary. And I'm going, oh, like I have a little boy there.
You're over 40 now as well. And
but that's it. Like, and I'm telling you, something happens when you turn 40.
Oh, yeah. Completely agree. I mean, I mean, Lorna, just to make you feel, you're still the youngest person in the room. So, like,
yes.
You know,
yes. Hey, really, how old are you?
I'm
50.
You're not 50 yet,
Stop, you're not.
I'm 50 in April, yeah.
Round that back now. That's
49
just 49. Just 49 is all you are.
But you know what? I absolutely, for the first time in my life, couldn't give a shit about my age. I've never been healthier. I've never been happier. I've never been fitter. Age actually doesn't matter to me now at all. Yeah. It's amazing. Like,
I was actually devastated turning 30. Hated turning 30.
So was I had an awful hard time with that.
Grand.
Yeah,
I hated turning 30. I really thought like that I'd be set
miles
up
ahead.
And I'd be reading the financial times and I'd be so sensible, like, and you're not.
But we never are.
No, and I don't think I'm ever going to.
Oh no, same. We're still fucking not.
But I do think in your 40s, like, I am definitely like, I honestly don't give a fuck like what people think or shit like that. Like, again, we were chatting, like, the only thing that pisses me off is if people say lies. That's the only thing really. But in terms of, like, say, people not liking you or disagreeing, it's like, whatever. I don't care. Like, it's you have as much right to not like me or disagree with me as whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever. And you do kind of learn, I think, just like, fuck it, this is my life. I'm going to live it in whatever way kind of makes me happy. Once I'm not like hurting. Yeah. Fuck it, like, you know.
I wish I had that mentality 20 years ago, though.
Yeah.
I will say that. If I had that in my 20s, I think things would have been an awful lot different, because I was probably a people pleaser for so long. And as well, like, I was diagnosed as well this year. It's been an eventful year. I was diagnosed in March as well with ADHD. No, hardly guessed it, right? But like, when someone tells you, you're like, fuck off, like, is
that what was wrong with me?
That's come here, I'll tell you. I swear to God, now, like my son is autistic. Charlie's autistic. So when we were getting his assessments done, this was back in the height of lockdown. Now, it was brutal, right? But there's all these questionnaires that you fill out and stuff, and some of the questions I was like, there now.
How relevant.
Like, you're the fucking dog. That's not my dog, no, it's someone else's. But I was looking at the questions going, and then when, you know, like, ADHD nearly became a trend. I hate saying this now because I'll be killed, right? But it nearly became cool to have ADHD and stuff, right? But I think with me, parents of like neurodivergent kids and stuff, it's only when your child is diagnosed that you kind of take a step back and you go, oh my God, right? So I think this is why there's so many late diagnosed women, especially because women are unbelievable maskers, right? Being diagnosed. But when I was diagnosed, I partly guessed, right? But still, when she told me, I was like, fuck off.
Oh my God.
Fuck off, you're wrong. No. Like, I'm not on about. But apparently, Mounjaro is actually good for that as well, for not only the food noise, but for like your head noise. And I've spoken to other women around my age that are on Mounjaro with ADHD and stuff, and they might be on medication for ADHD and stuff, but they were saying that Mounjaro as well just kind of quietens
again
all the noise and the hassle that's going on in your brain. Like, So yeah,
but
it was there.
But I definitely think that the Monjaro does help with that anyway. Even I think if you weren't neurodivergent, even if you were even slightly that way, I think it does help. Everything seems to just be a little bit calmer. You know?
Yeah.
Wait till you start testosterone and HRT, you girl, you'll be floating around, so you will.
Oh yeah. Oh guys, I'm not far off that now.
Yeah. Nothing phases me now. Not even being late for my podcast every single time.
Even when you've written down in your special book.
I know. Yeah. It's all good.
And so, like, in terms of, aside from the medication or that, has there been other parts of, like, day-to-day life that you're like, okay, do you know what, I'm paying a bit more attention to the food, or I know you talked about, like, the walking there or stuff like that. Like, do you find that mental calmness we were talking about, that it has freed you up to focus on other kind of health improvements or stuff like that as well?
Oh, definitely. Now, see, the thing with me is that I'm an awful procrastinator as well, right? So when I started this, I was right, that's it now, I'm getting my protein, my fibre, I'm going to join a gym, I'm going to this. Like, Belinda, I watch your stories there and I'm like, there she is again after a feckin' yoga. And then she comes out like, just doing my quick 5K. And I'm like, oh. Like, the next day then I'm like, I'm going to do that. I still haven't done it right. I'm 7 months in and I still... Now, I have a fear around the gym as well. I will be honest with you. I have a fear around the gym, and that probably stems from years ago when you were overweight. Like, I always pictured the gym as, you know, overall the yummy mummies go, do you know what I mean? And you'd be mortified going in if you were, you know, the sweat pumping out and stuff. Like, it was never a place that I felt comfortable in. So my goals may not be to go to the gym, but like to get out for a walk, because I find when I go for walks, right, even with like these comedy videos that I do, I get fears. I'd call it creative or whatever you want to call it, like, or if I'm chatting on stories and I'm having a walk, the shit that comes out of my mouth, like, it's just, and I don't know what it is, if it's the bang of fresh air or what, like,
I'm like that in the car though. Like, I don't know what about it in the car, like, that's where I'll get if I do the odd video or something like that. Though I did do one of my kind of what I'd call funny videos, what I used to on my other pages, on my Monjaro page as it was one day. And oh my God, someone like just started dogging into me like, oh, this is my fault.
Yes,
blah, 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 blah.
you had the
and
worst.
I was like, relax, it's only for the bit of crack. Like, I was like, seriously, people?
Oh, like, go away.
Like I'm just like, oh God, people don't be.
You had people message you to tell you that they were unfollowing you.
Yeah. And I just
because of this comedy.
And I love that, the way they have to tell you that they're unfollowing
and then I'd be like, I'll help you. Yeah, I'd be like, I'll help you. There, I've removed you. Bye. You know, like, just
would you not mix up your page and put what you want on it, like, or do you feel you have to stick to just one subject?
No, I don't feel I have to. I mean, I think if like, it's actually quite funny because the other page I have, it kind of became more of a, I don't know, out and about in Ireland and kind of bits and pieces like that. But a lot of the followers on that would have been people that originally followed for weight loss stuff too. But then the thing where I get actually the greater response that I haven't touched on is when I like auto share to Facebook, and I'll forget about Facebook and I could come back a week later and be like, oh God, let's have a look at my old Facebook page, and there could be a video there with like, I don't know, like tens of thousands of views that I didn't give any thought to because I didn't think of like, the Facebook side of it. Even like one that I put up earlier this year, and I went back and checked it the day and I'm like, how is nearly 500,000 views in this? I haven't put any effort into this. Like it's just
mad.
odd how the different platforms kind of responding. So if Facebook seems the one that's most friendly to
when I post on Facebook,
different.
it's fucking crickets.
Yeah,
it's literal crickets. Like, I think on
but I'm the same though. I actually have the most followers on Facebook. I have 90,000 followers on Facebook, and I think for some reason, right, I must be hidden or something, because
shadow ban.
Some of the views I get, they're nothing, and you're like, But then on Instagram, it's something that would go viral. I might get 26 views on the other feckin' unhinged app, the TikTok, and I'm going, what the hell, like, is going on? Now, saying that, I concentrate just on Instagram, which I need to start. John as well. I just don't have the time, or I'm not bothered.
I know.
But I like to kind of, you know, focus on that and maybe try and grow it or try and make an effort with it, maybe. But
I think if it was all automated for one video, you'd be fine. Yeah.
Lorna, I haven't asked you, over the last 7 months, have you had any side effects?
I have, No, not massive, I will say. I found 2.5, sailed through it, not about it. When I went from 2.5 to 5, I had the most violent 24 hours. Okay. Violent 24 hours. I came very well acquainted with my boss now. I swear to God, it was brutal. But it did only last 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it was a day, it was fine. Now, obviously, your stomach was a bit iffy, for the rest of the week. The fucking sulphur burps are a
my
killer.
God.
A killer.
They're rotten, aren't they?
Oh,
I used to be crucified with them. Yeah. And
I still can't find the answer to them. People are like, oh, peppermint capsules. I got the peppermint capsules, the peppermint tea. Someone has said love hearts. Is that true? Love heart sweets.
Never heard it.
That's someone trying to sabotage you.
No, I don't care. They can sabotage me away if it works. I'm actually going to try, but I can't find a packet of love hearts anywhere.
Oh, you probably not.
God, someone said to me a packet of love hearts, and I was like, Jesus. I'm going to try that.
Maybe there's baking soda in them or something.
Maybe it's
like
the chalkiness off them.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know anyway, because Rennie's don't work. Now, I had desperate kind of heartburn, acid reflux type thing. Yeah. So I got tablets out, but to be honest with you, I don't help myself either, right? Because even when I was talking to my GP, I was telling her, and she was like, well, don't go to bed just after eating your dinner and stuff or something, or calm down on carbonated drinks and stuff like this, and cut down the caffeine. And I go, yeah. So I'll have my dinner there at 7. I'll be bringing the child up to bed at 7:30.
Throw yourself
I'm gone then, and then I wake up at 2 a.m. I'm like, oh, I'm dying.
Give me a fizzy drink.
That's what I have, sparkling water next to the bed, right? So I'm going to be grand. Then I actually had a pregnancy pillow from when I was pregnant, right? So I'm like an owl one now in bed. I prop myself up because, you shouldn't be lying flat for the heartburn. So I can't sleep. Then I'm like, oh, it's so uncomfortable. But I still, look, that's just one side effect I'll get over. I'm doing it to myself. So I need to just cop on a bit as well and learn how to...
The sulphur burps, which is, I'd say, one of the most common ones that people will say.
You've never, have you?
I have never ever had it. And
never.
I feel I'm missing out on something. Everyone else has sulphur burps. And then when people ask,
Paddy, they're awful.
No, I know. But when people ask me sulphur, I'm like, I don't know. I've never had them.
But it's not even. I don't know why people call them sulphur burps, because it literally tastes and smells like gone off egg. That's how it tastes coming up.
Yeah.
And arse, yeah. Arse and farts. Yeah.
I've never had boiled
eggs.
Yeah. You're not missing anything, Paddy. Not missing anything.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
But have you had any side effects, Paddy? Have you had many?
Minimal, like extremely minimal. The most common thing I say I've had is not so much recently, thank God, but just been freezing, bitterly cold.
That's weight loss in itself as well, though.
Yeah. I remember one evening sitting in the house, I had the fire on, I had the heating on, and I had a feckin' dry robe on, and I was still sitting there shaking. I was so cold, just Baltic. So that was probably my very first side effect as well. Was literally within the 24 hours of my first dose was Baltic, and that's been probably the one that's been most reoccurring from time to time. There has been a little bit of some of the acid reflux or nausea, but I'm talking single days over the last kind of year and a bit, nothing of any significance. And again, I'll usually take whatever I have in the house and it kind of fixes it, but no more than yourself. I remember the first time I had say the heartburn thing, I was like, oh my God, I've never had this before. Then I was like, why am I having this? What's wrong? I've been fine for 6 months. Why am I getting this now? Then it's because you had a big turkey and ham dinner last night for Christmas night. I was okay, fair, I'll take that. So some of it has been that, in fairness, but for the most part I've been, touch wood, I've been blessed, absolutely blessed.
And I think you kind of learn what foods you can and can't eat as well. And I was a fucker for barbecue beef hula hoops, right? Loved them.
That's giving me heartburn even talking about them.
I swear to God, I can't eat them. And you know what? They brought out then big hoops. Did you see them at all? I'm telling you, I still love them, right? But I can't. I'll eat them, but I'll be dying. I can't eat them that annoys me because I thoroughly enjoyed them. But I can't. I just can't eat them. But you learn spicy food and stuff now is just I kind of tend to just stay away from it. But
I tell you, the worst side effect that I've ever had from Ozempic, Trulicity, Mounjaro was Mounjaro constipation. I think that was the most horrendous, and it was only until I started educating myself on fibre and how you can get your fibre in and how much fibre you're supposed to have a day as well. And I fixed it like that when I knew exactly what to do,
Yeah,
It's
but
like
it's hard to get the fibre in. I struggle out to get the fibre in as well. Like it's just, but you have to just watch it. Yeah, I think that's why I have an app, because I wouldn't be able to keep track of it in my head. Like
there's 7 grams of fibre in these little skinny bars, these caramel skinny bars. 7 grams.
I don't know what, I'm allergic to them now, because I think I ate too many of them when I was like calorie counting and stuff.
Oh
so I kind of got to turn off. I'm kind of a bit like,
I used to use them because there was the other versions of them that were like 2 sins or something like that, I think, or maybe 3 sins, but I think there was some that were 2 sins back in the day. And my sin allowance was like 35 sins. So I was like, you're telling me I can have 17 of these bars in a day? Like, that's the way my head worked.
Yeah.
Did
it work in Slimming World? The more sin allowance you had, the heavier you were?
Yeah.
Is that how it worked?
So the men usually always had more sin allowance than the women.
I had more than everyone, men and all.
Yeah.
But when you think of it, right, you can have as many potatoes as you like.
And pasta. Are you joking?
The whole bag of spuds, the whole pasta. You can have as much, but you can't have a mashed up banana. No, you can't do that. That's the biggest sin of all.
Don't
and even
mash
calling
it, and
them
it's okay.
sins
Yeah.
is like a psychological thing. Oh, sin, the bad stuff. You can't have. Like, who came up with that? Like, when you think of it, who came up with calling them sins and stuff?
Yeah.
Isn't that awful? Like, talk about making overweight people feel shitty enough as it is. Like,
yeah, but I don't think that when that started out, I don't think people knew how toxic it was going to turn within just giving people a bad relationship with food, never giving any nutritional information to these millions of people that were paying the money every single month. You know, it just it'll never cease to amaze me, ever. Yeah.
Like, and the means that there's any particular food you can eat as much of as you want. Like that is such even like in terms of fruit and like that, too much of anything isn't good to you. Like that old cliche, it's the truth. Like,
but even like you were saying earlier about staying for those group meetings afterwards and stuff, that was all just shame dressed up as community. That's all it was, you know. Like sitting there clapping for £2 and poor Lorna over there after putting up £8.
It was, but even if you were, you know, the only one in the room that was up £1 even, and the rest of the room all lost weight, you'd still have the, oh my God, it is shame. Like, I don't think there's a need to do that, and even getting weighed in on front of people, like, it's not
awful.
Jesus, and there's no privacy there. Like, it's just no.
I used to stay for the meetings if I thought I was going to be slimmer the week.
Obviously.
Oh, stop! It wasn't the basket of it's full of shit as well. Like someone's gone off fucking apples and all, like, or a bag of couscous. Like,
you never get not nice service. Yeah.
No. Or a tin of beans without the ring pull. So you're like, how am I supposed to do with that? Like,
that's the amount of money though that we've handed over to those companies, Weight Watchers, Unislim, you know, all of that. Yeah. And when you think about it, like, people have messaged me and say, how much is this after costing you? How much money are you after spending on this? And it's like, I don't actually care, because I have to prioritise this, because it's the only thing that's going to keep me alive, literally, because if I didn't have this drug, this Mounjaro or Ozempic, I would definitely be chopping about 20 years off of my life, I'd say. 100%.
1 sec there. Yeah. Lorna's recording has stopped due to an incoming call.
My call is gone.
Call is gone.
I just cut him off. Someone did ring me.
There we go.
Sorry about that. It's first being so popular. It's a curse when fuckers are ringing you. Sorry about that.
Did you get a notification that said that, Paddy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's clever.
Very fancy.
Did tell you who was ringing? Because I was here if I was having an affair or anything.
I love it.
Okay, cue Coldplay. Actually, speaking of music, Lorna, did you get Take That? Yes,
I did. Yes, I did. I tell you, I cannot wait. There was 3 of us are going, and we were like up in a heap this morning. But not till July, July next year. But that's in Dublin. But oh, listen, we were prepared to hop on a Ryanair plane and everything. Like, we were like, we're fucking going, like, because we are diehard Take That fans now. Like, we're going to make a holy show of ourselves now with, you know,
did you find it
and everything, like.
Fairly easy though to get to the tickets this morning?
Well, I didn't concern myself with that now. I got my friend to do it.
You've your team that do that for you.
I was like, do you know what now? I'll let you do that there now. Just tell me what I owe you, like.
Because I got some tickets as well, because my husband he likes Take That. I don't ask him how much, but anyway.
It's supposed to be brilliant though. It's meant to be fantastic, like. So we're going to go to Christmas. That, and we got 5 tickets as well. Do you know what I think? We got caught up in the hype, right? Because if I'm being honest,
thing with them was with 5.
Oh my God, yes, that was fucking brilliant as well, like. But sure, we made complete goals of ourselves with that as well. We turn into teenagers, like, when we're out like that. And when 5 came in, we were like, oh my God! Like, calm down, like.
Who are you talking about?
5, the band. Belinda.
Oh, wow. 5. Keep on moving.
If you're getting down, baby, I want it now, baby.
Yeah, I know the song.
Wiggy, I'm getting jiggy. No?
Yeah, no. I know, I wouldn't.
But anyway,
God,
to be honest, I was never mad into them even when I was younger. So I don't know, all these bands having these reunions and all, it sets something off in us. We're like, oh my God, have to go to that. Like, so we're going to Pines as well now in November.
You sound like you'd go to the opening of an
Venga Boys. Oh, I'd love to go to them.
Oh, Laura,
you've seen them, Paddy, haven't you?
Oh, I've seen them a few times, and it just like enriches my soul. They're like, for me, like, I feel they inspired the likes of Enya, U2, the Beatles, all that. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
But you know what? Did you ever see these? They're like the ultimate 90s party, and it's all these like the Venga Boys, and then Peter Andre. How he is flogging the one song for 20 odd years, and he's still, but like, he's doing great on it.
It's 30 years now, nearly. All you need to do is
come up with one jingle, one song. If you could write a Christmas hit, you'd be laughing.
Yeah. Does he still have the abs though? I mean,
God,
I don't know. I was never really that into him anyway. Like, he was a bit full of himself.
Or a bit easy. Yeah.
Mysterious man, huh?
Anyway,
Mysterious girl. Is that the song?
Yeah,
but he was very mysterious.
Yeah, I suppose, wasn't he? Then he married Katie Price. Sorry, shut up, Belle.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Lorna, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been honestly such a pleasure. That hour, absolutely
delighted
flew.
to have you.
Actually,
we're looking forward to it.
We'll have to meet up now and have like a Monjaro event
party
or something like.
Yeah,
if everyone will actually admit that they're on it, we'll have a Monjaro party.
Yeah,
we can have a dark room for secret jabbers.
Yeah. Like, how unreal. I think we should plan it. Let's do it.
Yeah, we should absolutely.
Yeah. We'll all go to Dublin.
Lorna, thank you.
No.
Oh, no, Cork. Sorry, shit. I forgot you're from Cork.
Dublin. Hello.
Get out of it. How about Tipperary?
My followers are from Dublin. I love Dublin.
Oh, you're getting rowdy now. Lorna, thank you so much.
Thanks a million, lads.
Thanks, Lorna.
I love your work.
Bye.
Bye.
None of this conversation should be taken as medical advice for you. Before starting or changing any medical or wellness treatment, always consult your GP and medical care team.